Let's continue our cozy coffee game. There's something missing from the drawer. For that, let's check Tomodachi. Bad traffic at Yale Street. Avoid. Thank you, Riona. Could really use a good cup of tea right now. Like how to make your timeline more fun. I have tons of to think about every day. What's wrong with Aqua and Myrtle? Did I misplace it? It looks like bad weather again tonight. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. I don't know, I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. It's too dainty. Dainty. Well, would you like? What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? That wouldn't be the worst. Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it. No take backs this time. Bay. I don't know. Maybe? Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyways. No. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? Hey Rootbeer, what do you think? Pale green, lilac and daffodil yellow, or red, black and purple? What? That's different color scheme altogether. Bae, don't put Rootbeer on the spot. No, it's quite alright, it's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding, your opinions matter, not mine. Oh no, wrong answer? Guys? Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces. Oh please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we agreed on the cute Kotagekyor ones? The ones you spotted on Tomodachi. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. We need to be realistic. But weddings in general are expensive, especially when you want to have 200 guests. That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family. The key word is extended. Do you even know half these people? That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. I still don't think they should. I can't pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like, even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Come on, Belly, it's just a wedding, really. Do a simple wedding, do it. Okay. Or die trying, I don't want you to. Saved by the bell. That's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now, Rootbeer. Of course, what can I get you? Something that will keep me awake. I still have work to do and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee would be good. And with a nice spicy kick, please. Any preference on the spicy kick? No, any strong coffee with spice will do. Strong coffee with spice? I got my cheat sheet again. Coffee cinnamon? Or coffee ginger? Coffee cinnamon it is. Cinnamon is spice, right? Oh, I don't have anything to give. There's a jingle beans for the lady. Oh, that's novel. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. What? You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing at all to me. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. That we are. My lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. Oh no, it's Hyde. This is so much better. It really is. Just a coffee? Man, you two are easy. Have I mentioned I love your smile? Never enough. Ugh, disgusting. I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down. And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is. Hyde, sorry I didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing. Hey, Hyde. Go ahead, get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua probably gets off work. Alright then. Did you hear me, Rootbeer? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on the spice or the base? Nope, just make sure it's got a spicy kick of something, then double it. Isn't the red one, right? The red drink? Zobo? I felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't think hibiscus in this, if you don't like hibiscus in this, you'll never will. Let's see if you crack the Hyde code. Yeah. Well, this is kinda troublesome, Rootbeer. You know me a little too well. So I take it works for you? This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. You're such a tease. Forgive an old man for his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this every time I visited. She lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others, you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track? Yes, we are. We definitely are. Not getting too bored? Not really. Turns out, planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. You guys just on each other's throat just now. What do you mean entertaining? Well, entertaining for me because I love the drama, but can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. Could you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey, here they go again. Good to see that some things don't change, and such a dramatic backdrop too. You should start serving popcorn beer. I agree, Hyde. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right. and I'm going to have a drink. Bye, Rootbeer. Bye, Hyde. See ya. Awkward. That just one a missing photo album of my childhood, and I can only wish you can see how cute I am as a kitten. Oh no. Yes, Los Angeles Agency, old enough yet still seeking the truth and purpose of life. You know, Hyde is a better character in this series. What can I make you, Mr. Baileys? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Yes, chocolate with honey and milk could work. Chocolate with milk and honey? Honey and milk? Chocobe Miruku? Oh, can I give... Huh? Where's the fidget spinner? Strange. Eh? Where is it? Did I give it to someone? No, right? Oh well. Save it. There we go. Chocobi Miruku for you. Perfect. This feels so good, Rootbeer. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this, it's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. Oh no, the thunder in the background. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Then why all the fighting? People fight, Hyde. You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst on us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family. You mean since you cut them off? Yeah, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces, Lua and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? What do you mean? It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it. That's not a bad start, interest. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? You make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I have been picking out everything she's liking on Tomodachi. Every wedding picture she's finding online, all the places she's find cool, and all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much, too expensive? That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding just because I'm estranged from my family. I wanted her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding. Simp! You're a remarkably presumptuous young man, Mr. Hyde. No, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good, because I was going to say it whether you like it or not. You're sitting here, going on about everything Lua should want, as if you know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone, no, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants. But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute, or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding in quotation, just to make you feel good about yourself. That's kinda right, Baileys. Listen to the old man. But what if we take so long that we reach old age and we're still not married? If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear, Baileys, but it also wasn't warm. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde? Are you, Hyde? Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling. Maybe you should. Yes, you should. That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling, doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. 40 years? Yeah. I thought you were having a good time in LA. I was, until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency, just in case, but there aren't any modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you going to do then? Yes, what are you going to do then? Go back to my mafia doors. What? That's a joke, right? Come on, I'm obviously kidding. Are you? Are you sure? I wouldn't go back to them. I'd go back being chased by them. Besides, I checked in on them and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise. Like, it's some sort of startup. Are we seriously talking about the mafia right now? That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Mr. Heights like to play a little. Hey, guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people, impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that will take some proper time. Fine arts were the first things I got good at a few centuries ago. Centuries? How old is Hyde? But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much. Oh my god, what is that? Chiaroscuro lighting? And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt, shh. If my mafia buddy finds out, I'll be in trouble. Rembrandt? You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that you don't sugarcoat your advice, you're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. Oh, I'm moving here to be closer to them. Oh, is it Gala? Ooh, what was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. It's Lua. Hey, it's not raining! She's done with work for the day, finally. In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Baileys? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keep bickering? Nah, I don't think so. I had a epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while. Good elf. Enjoy your night then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Rootbeer. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Baileys. Mr. Hyde? But what was that about the mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. At some point, I decided that I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job, not on his watch. So you slipped his watch? You know me well, Rootbeer. Some friends and we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillow under the duvet, height-shaped. And I snuck out of the hotel room. What? Are you sharing a hotel room together? Ooh, spicy! There was only one problem. Gal was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and we drove to a lovely spot with a view, for the sort of action which I admit might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it when suddenly we hear a tap on the window. Let me guess, that was Gala? The wolf himself. He peers inside, then he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking, and we all just kind of freeze. And then he said, "How dare you get that, Mr. Hyde?" Opens the door and toss my dates outside. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh, Rootbeer, I wish. Also, it's true. Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. That's a conscientious bodyguard if I ever heard of one. Right? Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least until he removed my gag. What? Gag? Oh no. Oh, I just completely repicture what the story about. Gal acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates. Dates? It's plural? Oh my god. Whom I had to pick out of the grass. Poor Gala. I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco, but I couldn't be angry at Gala even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming though. He had woken up, had informed me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere. In a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account, so he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. That doesn't sound unfair. I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental. That's what you took away from that story? Yeah. That's so sugarcoating it. But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can't plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped, and this is my cue to go. Before I lose all my remaining cred. I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. And Rootbeer? Yes? Nah, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. A safe journey home. September 25th, 2023. Monday. It's a Monday night. Oh, what is this? First wave of visa application to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signature. What? Tonight. The rise and fall of weird steam box offices. A brief history. Sold out replica astronaut suits experience an extreme increase in sales. Interesting. I hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. Baileys. Oh no, I don't have anything for Aqua. Maybe because I fucked up on the first day. Trucker fell asleep and crashed near the 4th Avenue. No casualty, but the property. Oh, isn't this one? Kimono pots. I wonder how everyone's doing. Come here, Aqua, please. Give me another chance. This is a very slow start. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. Oh, it's the alien brothers and sister. Alien sibling? Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. Hi, Rootbeer. Yes, we are also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 98.755% distasteful. Living in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange. That good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet our child. and both times have been at night. Our 100% samples does not bear out the aforementioned premise. But additionally, the very concept of evening and morning seems only marginally. Amanda? Yes, what is it? I think Rootbeer tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Rootbeer. No, it's alright. I don't have anything important to say. The truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have much more painful effect. Indeed. We see and we agree, and we apologize for interrupting you, Rootbeer. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious, extraordinary event. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our sibling who previously visited Earth come back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth study. Our return to the hive will be triumphant? Of course, we do not do such thing for the glory, but still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalence of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. Oh, DGA-PCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. He is deserving of respect, and his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Still, prospective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Rootbeer. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's life. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then. Yes, that sounds right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. A barista? How am I? Oh, you mean the cafe? Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? My future great-grandfather? In the past, I am after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Rootbeer. But things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with the drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. That sounds good to me. Then, I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was. A coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. Oh no, I have no idea. Bitter and tart? Bitter and tart? Coffee lemon? Honestly, I don't remember what I gave him years ago. Luckily, I have my cheat code here. A tart. Tart is sour, right? coffee ginger is spicy. Coffee honey is sweet. Coffee cinnamon is also spicy. Coffee lemon, I think it's right? Okay, let's just try it. Oh, let's give the GIB key card of the agent. What is? I got it off the agent last time he was here. This is quite something. Thank you, Rootbeer, truly. You can't know how much it helps, but it really does. Don't mention it. I thought, maybe you'd find a way to put it to good use. I'm sure I can figure something out. You seem to have grown quite creative over the months. I guess I have somewhat. I'll let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. And it tastes interesting. It's very minimal yet strong, very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense because we see ourselves in hindsight, when the truth is we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Well, I've had to learn and adapt here. It has been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I have changed all too much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthling comes in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? Oh no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules, but there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar, like Hyde's eyes, that always see beyond the surface, or Gala's outfit, which is signs of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits for them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them. Yes, our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask me for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe where all the stories take place in the stars, so I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror and I felt right, like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I have learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown by it a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different but same. Yes, different but same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Oh, is it Laurel? Who? Who is Laurel? Oh, what? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Mitch. What? There's 3 girls? We think the odds are now 84.308% that she's phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming, as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Mitch? I don't know. But it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon, if I want to meet up. Oh, Silver, it sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious that Earth drink making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. It sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating, and it's been working really well. On average, there have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes, some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back, while in real life saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. My god, breeding-oriented openers? What's that? Are you up? Oh, you wanna bone? Wanna Netflix and chill? Hey girl. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned? Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. No. People do that? Oh yes. I think it would be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'd probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know. Is this actual horn? Do you have horn somewhere in your head? Wait, maybe it's not in head. But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do. Is this horn pick? Before they even write a single word, I can imagine. And then, sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99% of the time? Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it started to work out. I'm now having conversation with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Our facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communication director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return, but she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile. Please desist. We can sense your hormones boiling. Oh no. And she's the person you might be getting a date with? I really hope so. Laurel? Is it Laurel? Do you have a day and time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse us. So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or not? No, we have been enjoying it, but we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected, but Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There is so much they must let go of first. We could not live like that. You said that online networks were like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as the desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he has become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us, but once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete, and Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Amanda, we have to go. What, again? That call was bad news. The agent. Too late, just hide behind the counter, quick. Oh no. Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this though. Oh, do you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't. Whatever this is, wait for... This is... I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, there's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. I certainly hope you're telling the truth. Mr. Agent, you seem to always doubt me. But you've been here several times already. Surely you should see by now that I'm not lying. Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers, and losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Back when I worked at a delivery center, they would make us pay a lot to replace lost ID cards. Ugh, that's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than a delivery center. I'm very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them, which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? I can't say that I have. Let me check my phone. I don't come here all that often, but it's always seemed very above board to me. There's another notification again? Come on. It seems that some young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. That maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on the platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big of an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturb the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know. Yet you talk to them to a civilian like this, nonchalantly. Great job, agent. It makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthling are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthling, they were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean? You know, and where does it stop? What if some Earthling decided they wanted to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Would it? Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Huh? Oh, but don't worry about that thing. We at Fire always find a way to keep the public safe. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder though. What is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no two people are alike, I'll admit that it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel an earthling at her heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in this city? Then the people in this city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful. At the end of the day, who the heck knows? It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. The thing is, the law is the law and my job is to uphold it. Right, but despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me why the law is so stringent against aliens. Oh well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them. It's more that there's no law for them. How do you mean? Well, at this point, we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? We never made a treaty with aliens or anything resembling it. There's no law even acknowledging their existence. Oh, I didn't know that. But why is that a problem? That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. There has been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it's oh, Neil taking offense of that. Is it Hyde? So it feels safer to keep them away at least for now. Safer? From whom? For whom? It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself. And going after them is not my biggest passion. But since I'm doing this job, might as well aim for a promotion. Corporate slave here. Anyhow, just call us at Fire if you spot any aliens, alright? He seems like an honest sort, unlike some other people. Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward if they want their business to stay in business. Ugh. What was that? Oh, it's my machine! Just a coffee machine, haha, haha, haha. It seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. Right. I think I'm still going to conduct a search for the premises, just to be on the safe. What the heck is this? It's a cat? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. Good kitty. There's no sound this time. I was thinking out loud because I think it likes you. What sort of place is this? With your fiddly machine and your weird pets. What's that? And now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Well, I guess you're off the hook for now. You and your cafe. But make sure I don't get such reports about you anymore. We will try our best, Mr. Agent. Who report us? Who's the snitch? Find them. Hang them. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40% distasteful, 20% scary, and 38% exciting. What? I apologize, this is just nerves. We are truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But should you be sticking around here? The agent might come back. No, I lured him away, at least for now. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you? We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel this earthling's intent better than the usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. I feel all out of the sort. Is the machine really working again? It is, indeed. Then make us a drink and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting. And what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. Hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. With double honey, energizing. Oh well. Maybe tea based? Tea lemon honey maybe? Very hot, very sweet, very comforting. I don't know what comforting means. Is it warm? No, it's hot. Is it this? Chocolate ginger honey? Chocolate? I don't think so, right? Chocolate milk ginger? No, it's not sweet at all. Is it this blue pea, honey and milk? It's not hot though. Like this? This is warm and sweet, right? Here you go, sweet drinks for the two of you. This isn't bad. What? Really? Although it could probably have been a little sweeter. The sensation of this is not vastly different from what you served us the other night, but it sounds like it will be fine. I'm impressed though, Silver. You become quite savvy at navigating these situations, even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them, but I need to get used to them anyway. Why? The agent doesn't know you've come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. Rootbeer, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes? Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAFE. What is SAFE? Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow, I know it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know, but you see, I have had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to have a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We have always known you were different from us. It is all the same to us. You are our siblings, wherever you live as the hive or as the Earthling. Amanda, I really do love you. What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all of this. And you've been playing it pretty well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know, and we are grateful. Good night, Rootbeer. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Good night, Rootbeer. See, now you can use good night. We find it rather odd that maybe you should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. What a night. This has been a great deal more animated. What? This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. What was that supposed to mean? Am I supposed we have a... And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now? I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Oh well, I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you.